Okay, so let's just jump right in. What if pretty much all the financial advice you've ever heard was, well, just plain wrong? That's the huge provocative idea behind Rich Dad, Poor Dad, a book that honestly turned the world of personal finance on its head for millions. And we're going to break down its single biggest idea in just a few minutes. The book kicks off with this really powerful, kind of uncomfortable question. I mean, think about it. It goes against everything we're taught, right? Go to school, get those good grades, find a safe, secure job, save your money. But what if that entire playbook is actually a trap? What if it's designed to keep you running on a hamster wheel forever?
So the whole story is framed around the author, Robert Kiyosaki, and his two, dads. It's not like one was good and one was evil. No. They were just two very different guys with completely opposite ideas about money. And as you can imagine, those beliefs led them down two very, very different paths in life.
And this is where you see the huge split in how they thought. On one side, you have his poor dad, a super smart, highly educated guy whose whole world revolved around job security. Climbing that corporate ladder. But his rich dad? He couldn't care less about climbing the ladder. He was all about owning the ladder.
And this quote right here, this is the first major light bulb moment. Most of us, we work for money. We trade our time, which, let's face it, our most limited resource, for a paycheck. The rich, they figure out how to make their money work for them. They build systems so that their money is out there making more money 24/7, even while they sleep.
And that brings us to the concept he's probably most famous for, the rat race. You know that feeling, right? Where you're working harder and harder, maybe even earning more, but you just feel stuck.
So here's how that cycle works, and it's probably going to sound familiar. First, you get a job to cover your bills. Awesome. Then you get a raise. You feel a little richer. So what do? Maybe you get a nicer apartment, a new car. But here's the catch. Now your monthly bills are higher. You're right back where you started, just with nicer, more expensive stuff you have to keep paying for. You're trapped.
Yeah, it's the perfect metaphor, isn't it? You're running faster and faster on that treadmill. Your salary keeps going up, but you're not actually getting anywhere. You're still just one missed paycheck away from trouble. All right, so how in the world do you get off this treadmill? Well, this is where the book drops its single biggest, most important rule. And I'm telling you, once this clicks, it changes everything about how you look at money.
This one line, honestly, it shook up the entire world of personal finance. It's so simple, but so profound. The rich buy assets. The poor and middle class, they buy liabilities that they think are assets. Let that sink in. People are buying things they believe are making them rich, when in reality, those things are just draining their bank accounts.
Okay, so what's the difference? Rich Dad's definition is just brutally simple. It's all about one thing, cash flow. An asset is anything that puts money into your pocket, period. It's working for you. And a liability, you guessed it, it's anything that takes money out of your pocket. That's it. The only thing that matters is which way the money is flowing. Is it flowing to you or away from you?
Now here's the example from the book that gets everyone talking. Your house. We're all told it's our biggest asset, right? But let's look at the cash flow. You've got the mortgage, the property taxes, insurance, repairs. Money is just pouring out of your pocket every single month. So by this definition, your primary home is a liability. An asset would be a rental property where the rent you collect is more than your expenses, putting money in your pocket.
You see? Once you really get that distinction, your whole way of thinking about money just flips. You stop thinking just about your next paycheck, and you start thinking more like an investor, like an owner.
And this is the big mental shift. The old question we all ask is, how can I get a raise? How much do I earn? The new question becomes, how many assets do I have that are paying me? The goal isn't just about earning more, it's about owning more. Okay, so if it's this simple, why doesn't everybody just do it? Well, Kiyosaki says it comes down to a few big roadblocks. First, there's fear. The fear of losing money, of failing, of looking dumb. Then there's greed. As soon as we get a little extra cash, we reward ourselves with bigger liabilities. And honestly, the biggest one? We're just never taught this stuff. School teaches you how to be a good employee, not how to be an owner. And this is such a powerful piece of advice from Rich Dad. He'd say you should sometimes take a job to learn, not just to earn. Think about it. Picking a job where you'll learn sales or marketing or how to negotiate, those skills, those become your real assets because they're the tools you need to build actual wealth, way beyond what any single salary could give you.
All right, so this all sounds great in theory, but where do you even begin? What's the first step? Well, the book is super clear on this. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a process. The whole path forward is really about building one simple habit. You start small. I mean, really small. A tiny investment, a small side hustle, whatever. The key is just getting into the rhythm, the routine of consistently buying or creating assets. And over time, that tiny little habit, it starts to build incredible momentum. And that is the real secret here. It's not about one big lucky move. It's not about winning the lottery. It's about slowly, patiently building a system where you're always adding to your collection of assets that spit out cash for you. So if you take away just one thing from all this, let it be this huge mindset shift. Stop measuring your success just by the size of your paycheck. Start measuring it by the size of your asset column. Your salary is what you earn. Your assets are what earn for you. And that's the difference between security and real freedom.
And that brings us to the final and maybe most important question the book leaves you with. A question for you to really think about. If you stopped working today, for how long could you live off the money your assets generate? The answer to that question, well, that tells you exactly how financially free you really are.